Hey people, hope everyone is doing well. This is not gonna work. I'm making eggplant rotini tonight. It's something I've wanted to make for the past 2 or 3 nights, but guess what? I went to the grocery store yesterday and they didn't have eggplant. And so I'm like, okay, then I'll make it with zucchini. Guess what? They didn't have zucchini either. But I hope everyone's doing well. I haven't gone live in a long time, so I figure why not cook with the anxiety relief guy. I love cooking, and you know what? It's something that I do a lot, and I usually at around 6 or 7 or 8 o'clock, depending on how many clients I have each day, I stop my day and I cook. You know why? Because I love it. Oh, hey from London. Hey, what's up in London? I hope you had a wonderful day. How's the weather in London right now? How is it? Because I know I saw a video of Scotland today, and it was pretty dreary and cloudy out. So, how is the weather in London? Here, it's beautiful because it's fall. Cold and gloomy right now. Yeah, I totally hear you. It's been like that. Became the #1 fan. Ooh, I like that. So, just so everybody knows, I'm making eggplant rotini tonight because why not? And I'm gonna cut up the eggplant. I can't tell you how many times I've dropped this poor eggplant. So I went to the grocery store today to get lunch, and I tried to I didn't get a carriage or a cart or anything like that, or a basket. So I grabbed 4 eggplants, 4 zucchinis, and 2 containers of grocery store sushi. And I thought, and a fruit cup. And I thought I could hold all of that. And my arms lied to me. They said, no, Dan, we are not going to hold on to all of your zucchini, and we're not going to hold on to all of your eggplant. So I dropped all of them. I dropped everything on the ground. And guess what happened? You'd think people would help me, but this person that was at the grocery store at the checkout line, she was just watching me struggle. She was watching me struggle. You know why? Because she was evil. She was evil. She was watching me struggle because she's evil. I could see the look in her eyes, and I'm like, you are an evil lady. You don't want to help anybody. I'm very fortunate. I've made a living out of helping people, and I absolutely love the work that I do. I've actually transitioned in the work that I do to helping people who are adult children of alcoholics who grew up in trauma and chaos, where they learn to become the caretakers, they learn to keep the peace, they learn ew, what the hell? Oh, that's a sticker. They are pretty presentable on the outside. On the outside, they've made pretty big wins. They might have a good career, a good job. They might own a business and run a pretty good business. But they're the person that everybody else relies on. They're the go-to person. They're probably the most functional one in their families. And on the inside, they feel like their world is coming crashing down. They're one spilled glass of water away from a complete frickin' mental breakdown. They question themselves, they second guess themselves, they doubt themselves, and it's because of how they grew up and what their nervous system learned. And it's all of these stuck emotions that they never really fully processed. And that's why many of us are so messed up, isn't it? Because many of us, we try to solve adult problems with childlike resources. And even if they worked then, because chances are some of those childlike resources or some of those coping mechanisms you developed as a kid, they probably helped then. They may have helped keep you safe. They may have helped keep you away from conflict and confrontation. Chances are now they mess with you, they sabotage you. And those same coping mechanisms that we learned when we were younger, they don't work anymore as an adult. So what I've done, I've skinned and sliced a bunch of eggplant. These are 2 eggplants. And I'm cooking for 4 people tonight. So I have mi familia está aquí, de Venezuela. So my family is here. Sorry, that was loud. That was the egg carton. So now I'm gonna crack some eggs, and because the eggs that I'm going to crack are going to be the moisture for the zucchini, because I'm gonna fry the zucchini, and this is to be the moisture for the zucchini, because I'm gonna fry the zucchini, and this is gonna, sorry about that, everyone. My friend is calling me, and I called her, and she said, I'm eating dinner, and I don't really have reception, so I'll call you later. By the way, here's a cool little nifty trick, if you didn't know. When you crack an egg, let me just move this out of the way. There we go. When you crack an egg, and it goes in the bowl, if you have eggshells in the bowl, you can use, and look at it like this, an eggshell will attract an eggshell. So you can actually take the eggshell, and you can, I don't know if I can do this. You can take the eggshell and you can scoop up the eggshell in the bowl with the eggshell. And it's like an eggshell attracts an eggshell. So that way you don't have to try and use your fingers and everything like that. Oh, thank you so much. Kate says your breathing video has, what'd you say, Kate? You went away. There we go. Your breathing video has saved me 1,000,000 times over from panic attacks. See, Kate, I'm so happy you said that, because a lot of people will say, oh, you can't stop a panic attack in a couple of minutes. Yeah, you can. When you know how, you can. And Kate, you're living proof of that. So thank you so much. What type of cutting board do you think is the best? I like wooden cutting boards. They don't last all that long unless you treat them really well. My husband puts them in the washing machine. He doesn't put them in the washing machine. He puts them in the lavaplatos. What am I trying to say? In the dishwasher. He puts them in the dishwasher, and you're not supposed to put wooden cutting boards in the dishwasher, but he does. See, I'm going to wash the egg gunk out of my hands. And no, I love the wooden cutting boards. My friend got me a cutting board from Hawaii, and and I've used that for a while. But again, it went into the dishwasher, and you're not supposed to put them in the dishwasher. I'm on an aircraft this weekend. I'm scared of having a panic attack. So here's what I find about flying and people who have a fear of flying. What you have, my friend, it's not even fear of flying. It's anticipatory anxiety, and it's a fear. This is a garlic blend, by the way. It's salt, pepper, and garlic. What you have, my friend, isn't even a fear of flying. It's what we call anticipatory anxiety, where you are anticipating having a panic attack. Sorry. You're anticipating having a panic attack. That anticipatory anxiety is what's causing the anxiety. So what you want to do is ask yourself, how do I know I'm feeling anxious? How do you know? You want that insight because your conscious mind needs that logical, analytical proof. So you ask yourself, how do I know I'm feeling anxious? Is it in the form of a thought? Is it a feeling, a sensation? Is it an emotion? Is it a sensation in your body? So you ask yourself, how do I know I'm feeling anxious? Then what you want to do, you want to recognize, and I'm just mixing up with the eggs here as I talk, you want to recognize that anticipatory anxiety, it's there because you're fearing having a panic attack, because you're afraid of what's going to happen if I lose control. And you're probably worst case scenarioing the whole thing. And it might not even be something bad happening with the flight, but it's anticipation of how you're going to feel on the flight. So one of the things that and thank you for answering the question. You said butterflies. Oh no, that's the name of, that's a username. I thought you were, anyway. Okay. So you become aware of how you know you're feeling that way, and you understand it's a pattern. You want to understand it's a pattern that can be, ew, what the fuck is that? A pattern that can be interrupted. Sorry. Because anxiety is a learned habituated pattern. And specifically anticipatory anxiety, when we become aware of that we're feeling it, we want to know that we can stop it. So you can stop it. So here's what you do. Someone said that tapping on the upper lip helps. It does. One of the other things that we can do We can do a hole tapping round where we start, we start here. We can start, then go here, then go here, then go here, and then go here. And then we hold on to our wrist, and that's called a peace anchor. Another thing you can do is what we call bilateral stimulation. You move your hands back and forth like that slowly, and you breathe while you do this, and that's gonna lower the anxiety. If you need help with this, I have a program in the link in my bio, and I also have a bunch of sessions in the link in my bio. Some are free, and some of my programs are paid. So feel free to go and download some of those resources. What am I doing? Some of those resources and programs that will help you. And it's like the rescue kit. So one of the programs is called the Anxiety Relief 5x5. I think it's like 27 bucks USD or something like that. I also have some other sessions there and also a free self-hypnosis book. What I'm doing, I'm just putting some breadcrumbs here because I'm gonna dredge the eggplant and put them in breadcrumbs. Or I'm gonna soak the eggplant in the egg wash, then I'm gonna put in breadcrumbs. Now in the eggs, I did put some garlic butter salt and I put some garlic salt pepper blend. This is really important. I usually make my own breadcrumbs because I bake sourdough bread, but I got home really late. I had a lot of clients tonight. I didn't get home until just a few minutes ago. But what I'm gonna do, in addition to the breadcrumbs, I'm also gonna put some grated Parmesan cheese because that's gonna add to the crisp. Now you might be wondering, where the heck did the anxiety relief guy learn how to cook? Well, I've been watching the cooking channel since I was a fetus. And I actually, when I was in high school, I taught home ec. I taught a summer school cooking class when I was in high school because I was such a good cook. And everyone thought I was going to go to culinary school, and I was going to, but I realized I liked hypnosis much better, and so that's where I went into doing hypnosis. I'm gonna put some oil. I know that it's olive oil. I'm gonna put some olive oil in a pan because we're gonna fry the eggplant, and after we egg wash it and dredge it. So there we go. I probably should have gotten some more oil. I don't think we're gonna have enough, but that's okay. We'll make do with what we got. Olive oil, by the way, it's not the best to fry with because it has a lower smoke point than like vegetable oil, but I don't like to use vegetable oil. I like to use olive oil. My mother-in-law is here from Venezuela, and I'm surprised she's not helping me because she loves fans. She's like, oh, yo tengo mis fans. And in fact, you want to know something really funny? She's probably gonna kill me for saying this. I was going to make her an OnlyFans because she's beautiful. And my sister-in-law is also here. She's beautiful as well. But she doesn't want to make an OnlyFans, I don't think. But that's kind of weird for you to make your mother-in-law an OnlyFans. But a lot of my friends and a lot of my colleagues are like, you should make an OnlyFans before we'd pay for it. I'm like, you're creepy. But I'm surprised she's not helping me because she loves fans, and my fans love her. Betty, ¿quieres hablar con mis fans? ¿Estás escuchándome? Oh, tú tienes, oh, she has, so I speak Spanish. ¿Quieres hablar con mis fans? Yo, anyway, maybe not. ¿O quieres ayudarme? ¿Quieres, qué? Natalie says, I dislike having anxiety. It's gotten worse the more I let it control me. So glad I found your account. Oh, thank you so much, Natalie. And Natalie, you're actually in good company because I don't think there's anyone who likes anxiety. Maybe I'm biased, but I have yet to meet a person that says, oh, I love anxiety. I love having anxiety. I've never met a person that said that before. Maybe the first one will be on here. But what I'm doing, so I'm dredging the eggplant. For all of you people that are following along. So I'm dredging the eggplant, and I am putting it in the egg wash, and after I put it in the egg wash, it moves over to the breadcrumbs and the Parmesan cheese blend. And I also put some herbs and spices in here too. And I'm using the same hand to dredge so that way I don't have to dirty 2 hands. I'm only dirtying 1. Tanya, how do you say fry in Spanish? Like I want to fry this? Freír, okay. My mother-in-law is going to help me fry the eggplant, I think. Or did she just leave?
Yeah, she's coming back.
Oh, she's coming back, okay. All right. Ella va a freír the eggplant. So we're gonna crisp the eggplant. And while we're doing that, or while she's doing that, I should say, I am going to make a stuffing, like a cheese stuffing for the eggplant rotini. And a lot of people just use ricotta cheese. No. We're not going to just use ricotta cheese. We're not going to fucking do that, okay? We're going to zhuzh it up. We're going to spice it up a little bit. We're going to do ricotta cheese. We're going to do some cottage cheese. We're going to do some mozzarella cheese. We're going to do some shredded Parmesan. We're going to do some roasted garlic. We're going to do some chives. We're going to zhuzh this shit up. And it is going to be the best fucking eggplant rotini anyone has ever had. You know why? Because I put a lot of freaking love into everything I do and everything I cook, despite of what it looks like I'm doing now. I want to thank the 11 people for staying on. You are my people. I really appreciate you and what you're doing and all the support you're giving me. I don't know where my mother-in-law went, but she's got to hurry up and start frying this eggplant, because if not, it means I'm going to have to do it. Actually, I got to turn that down. I'm going to have to do it. Chama, ¿puedes ayudarme? ¿Puedes freír el eggplant? La berenjena, sí. Ok, so yo necesito un plato más, por favor. Porque ese... Oh, this is my mother-in-law. Her name is Betty. Betty. And she looks like she's 25. It looks like I'm older than her. I'm not. Or else that would be weird that I married her son. Oh, Amanda is watching. She says, hi, Betty. Amanda, we all know it's hola, Betty. ¿Qué te pasa? ¿Qué estás haciendo con tu vida? Ay, yo no sé. Okay. Ten cuidado porque es muy caliente y yo voy a poner eso aquí. Okay?
Okay.
Gracias.
Y la Hawaii.
Ajá. Ten cuidado porque es muy caliente. So Betty is going to be frying the eggplant.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're going to put my cheese blend in it and we're going to roll it up and we're going to bake that stuff. So PPV with Amanda. All right. She's on my account right now. She just commented, hola, Betty. She is my best friend, and she runs a business where she books Disney travel vacations and cruises for people, and she knows what the frig she's doing. So if you want to go on a Disney luxury vacation or just like a casual vacation, call her, text her, go follow her account right now because she posts awesome Disney hacks that and I love Disney. I've been many times with her, actually. And every time I go, I learn something new from Amanda because she has all these like hacks. So here's another story. I know I've been telling a lot of stories, but here's another story. I had a physical today with my primary care physician. And you know what? My doctor, as he's giving me my physical, and they're like in the gown, in the Johnny, I guess they call it. And he's like, oh, Dan, I listened to your podcast and I've gotten some of your books. I'm like, oh, thanks, doc. And he said, but I have a question. I said, yeah. He's like, one of my nurses has anxiety. Can you do something with her? I'm like, yeah, sure. So after my physical, the nurse came in the exam room and she came in with another nurse and they're explaining about how she has health anxiety and that her father passed away about 7 or 8 years ago of a lung condition. I totally get that. My father did as well. But after he passed away, she started catastrophizing events. And it was really interesting because she's like, I literally constantly go to the doctors and I'm afraid that I'm afraid that I'm going to die of the same thing my dad died from, even though like I'm not going to. And she said, I just keep, she's like, even my husband will go away, and 5 months before he travels, I'll start thinking the worst case scenario and that bad things are going to happen and everything like that. So, so she said she got my book, and it really helped her out. And it's a book called How to Stop Your Negative Thoughts from Driving You Nuts. And she's like, it's on my nightstand. I use it all the time. She said, like, can you do something for me now? I said, yeah, sure. So I did this psychosensory hypnosis technique. And I asked her, I said, your anxiety right now, what's it at? And she's like, a 7. And she's like, it's constantly at a 7. I'm like, okay. So right now it's at a 7. And I said, let's knock it down. So in the course of about 2 or 3 minutes, I had her do this little hypnotic process, and she lowered that anxiety down to a 3. In 2 or 3 minutes, she went from a 7 down to a 3. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, right? That, you bring it down from a 7 to a 3. That's pretty good. I look like I have a disease right now. My fingers look like they are sick. They're not. It's just egg and breading. ¿Todo bien? Okay, bueno. Yo tengo más también. Let's see here. So we're just breading the zucchini. That's what we're doing. We're egging it and we're breading it. I'm sorry, not zucchini, eggplant. For those of you who are just joining us, we are making eggplant rotini. And yes, this is not the healthiest because we're frying the eggplant, and I guess you could put it in the air fryer if you wanted to, but we're not going to. But we're frying the eggplant, we're breading it, we're frying it, and then we're going to put an amazing cheese blend on it. Yo tengo más aquí para ti. Gracias. Ooh, that eggplant looks so good. She is frying it just right. Like, I'm going to show it to you in a minute, okay? Has anybody on here not had eggplant rotini, by the way? Because it is one of my favorite Italian meals, eggplant rotini. Has anybody not had eggplant rotini? And if you don't know what it is, it's fried eggplant that is rolled up and it's stuffed with ricotta cheese. And Amanda says, I'm offended. You never make it for me. So, fun fact about Amanda, and I know right now, just the fact that I'm saying that, she's now getting so anxious and she's saying, what is he going to say about me? Fun fact about Amanda, her chicken has to be cooked to perfection. And for Amanda, perfection is overcooked. There was one time where I made, I think I made like a pork loin or something like that. And she's like, I don't think I can eat that. And she's like, why? I said, why? And she's like, because it's a little like, it's like medium well. And I totally get it. Janet says, you've never had eggplant rotini. Janet, we need to culture you a little bit. Amanda says, if it's juicy, it's not for me. So Amanda never ended up eating the pork loin, but that's also why she doesn't really like to eat chicken thighs either, because chicken thighs are like always pretty moist. Now listen, if the word moist bothers you, ask yourself this question. What would you rather have on your body? Something that's moist or something that's crusty? I hate the word crusty. I think it's a disgusting word. Would you rather have something on your body that's moist or crusty? For me, I'd rather have something on my body that's moist because that means it's operating properly. I'm going to take care of this. Hold on. Right, exactly. Janet, moist. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. I would rather have something on my body that's moist as well. I don't want anything crusty because that usually means there's an infection. That's bad. I'm going to take care. I'm just going to wash my hands. Hold on one sec. Okay, I'll be right back. La, 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 la. By the way, if you just joined us, this is Cooking with the Anxiety Relief Guy. You can watch me cook a bunch of shit, give people anxiety relief advice, and laugh a little along the way. We just introduced you to my mother-in-law, by the way. Her name is Betty. Anxiety relief story, please. Okay, Janet. Anxiety relief story. A different one? Or did I finish? I forgot. Did I finish the one I was talking about? So back to the doctor. I had a physical, and I helped one of the nurses at my physical overcome anxiety. She lowered her anxiety from a 7 down to a 3 in just a matter of like 2 minutes. So then she is also making an appointment with me. So I get new clients all the time. As the anxiety relief guy, what gives you anxiety? That's a really good question. And it's one I haven't really thought about that much. I don't like blood. I really do not like blood. Specifically blood coming from my fingers. No. And one other thing I've realized, I don't like heights. And recently I realized I was developing a fear of bridges, which is not good because I travel a lot. Good thing though, since I'm the anxiety relief guy, I know how to overcome those fears. And if I'm driving over a bridge and I start to feel like I'm having a panic attack, I do something that's called the HA protocol. And as I hold the wheel, I squeeze the wheel with both hands like that, back and forth, because that's what we call bilateral stimulation. Bilateral stimulation goes back and forth between both sides of the brain. And while I'm doing that, I laugh like an idiot. I go, ha, 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 because while you're doing that, you can't have a panic attack. So bridges, that's a new thing for me. And I know exactly what caused it. You know what caused my fear of bridges? The Velocicoaster in Universal. That's what caused my fear of bridges. Because there's this like feeling when you're going up the roller coaster. And I got that same feeling on a bridge one time, and I'm just like, no bueno. So it was a Velocicoaster which initiated it, but there is one other, what we call an initial sensitizing event. So every anxiety that we have starts by what we call an ISE, an initial sensitizing event. For me, my ISE for bridges, I was in Pennsylvania on tour, and I was doing a series of comedy shows. And on my way home, I was kind of in a rush, and I had a long drive ahead of me, and I was trying to get home because we were having people at our house, and we were having a cookout, and I was trying to get home. And so I was already like rushing, and I hate rushing. Rushing and urgency, I think, are two things that cause great anxiety for people, rushing and urgency, because it causes pressure, and that's where anxiety lives. And I was driving through Pennsylvania, and I came across this bridge. And this bridge was the highest bridge I've ever seen or been over in my entire life. And they were doing construction on the bridge, so it was very, very narrow. And there wasn't even a ledge. There was just like a little guardrail. And if you sneezed, then you would go over the guardrail and you would crash, burn, and die. And so I saw that, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to, oh my God, I need to sneeze. And so I kept my hands on the wheel. There was a truck, a pickup truck behind me that kept like tailgating me to try and get over the bridge faster. And I was like, oh my God. And so that was the first time I felt afraid going over a bridge. And that was reinforced a couple of times. But like I said, I'm the anxiety relief guy. I know how to break the pattern. And even though I still don't like heights, if I feel that, I know how to break the pattern. And breaking the pattern, it starts to recondition the mind. Chama, ¿cómo estás? Okay, necesitas más aceite en la olla? Sí, un poquito. Okay, yo tengo aquí. For those of you that don't speak Spanish, I asked her if she needs more oil in the pan, and she said yes, a little bit. So that's what we're doing. We're just gonna pour a little bit more oil in la olla. So olla means pot, I think. And aceite means oil. Aceite. Estoy hablando. ¿Qué estás haciendo con tu vida? ¿Qué piensas? Ok, yo necesito limpiar y yo necesito hacer el queso. So I need to now make the cheese filling that's going to go in the eggplant. I think, oh, okay, wait, gracias. This is what the eggplant looks like when it's finished. It's when it's like ready to be wrapped and rolled. This is why we call it eggplant rollatini, because we roll it up. We're gonna, aquí, gracias. So, here's what we're gonna do. ¿Necesitamos más o bien para los cuatro? Okay. She said that's good enough for 4 people. I hope it is. Oh, by the way, oh my gosh, we get 6,200 likes on this video. Make sure you share this video with other people so that way, you know, I can go TikTok viral again and become even more famous than I already am. The first time I went viral, one of my videos, one of my anxiety relief videos got like 5 million views, and it got really good comments. And then I posted a video of my hypnosis show, and it got like another like 5 million views, and it got some really bad comments. So just because you go viral doesn't mean it's good. You know what, we're gonna dispose of this, I think, right now, because I think we have enough. So we're just gonna dump that in the trash like that. So after I clean this up, I'm gonna get a bowl, and we're gonna make the cheese that we're gonna stuff the rollatini with and that we're gonna roll. Also, while you're doing this, if you're following along, you wanna preheat your oven to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is, I don't know in Celsius, okay? So we're gonna preheat the oven. Chama, con permiso, yo necesito encender el horno. You know, we're gonna put it on 375. Why not? Why not? We're just gonna play. We're gonna experiment. We're gonna see how this works. All right, now the cutting boards are gonna go in the sink. We're gonna clean that shit up later. Now I'm gonna get a bowl. And we wanna get a pretty big bowl because we're gonna be making a lot of filling. What is that? The good thing is, this is turning into a cluster, isn't it? The good thing is, if you have any left over, it's totally fine. You can use it on to make like avocado toast, and you can whip some of this with avocado, and it makes really good avocado toast. You can use it for other things. You can use it to mix in with pasta. Sorry. Excuse me. Ay, Dios mío. Yo necesito una, whatever this is. I forgot how to say knife in Spanish. Cuchara? No, that's spoon. Cuchillo. Thank you. Yes. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take all of this is just ricotta cheese. We're gonna take all ricotta cheese, the whole thing. That was vile. So we're gonna take the ricotta cheese, we're gonna do that. We're gonna take some cottage cheese, because why not? We have it in the refrigerator, and we're gonna just... That does not look good, my friends. That looks like what we call an infection. That is disgusting. But you know, it's okay. It's totally fine. We're just gonna go with it. And yep, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna take some buttery garlic salt, and we're gonna put some buttery garlic salt. Some people don't appreciate my sense of humor, which is totally fine. We're gonna put some buttery garlic salt. We're gonna do some, Chama, yo necesito la cebolla verde. La cebolla verde en el sí, en el refrigerador. ¿Qué es? ¿Qué es eso? Cebollín. Cebolla verde. We're also gonna take some grated Parmesan cheese. That was a lot. That was a lot. Probably don't use that much. But we're gonna take some grated Parmesan cheese. ¿Dónde está? Oh, el ajo. Ajo is garlic, by the way. I'm not saying it's ajo, which is garlic. So this is garlic, salt, and pepper. We're gonna put some more there. Okay, look at that. That's a lot. One of these green onions, cebollita?
Cebollín.
Cebollín. One of these looks like it has a problem. This is an issue. Don't eat this. If it looks like this, don't eat this. This is infected. So the cool thing is about green onions, if you actually put them in water, they will continue to grow. So you can have an endless supply of green onions. I don't know why these are not in water. The other cool thing with green onions, I'm just gonna rinse this off. The other cool thing about green onions is you don't have to chop them. You can use some scissors and you can cut them, my friends, and it is 10 times easier. So we're gonna take the scissors and we're gonna chop, chop, chop. We're just gonna cut them just like this. We are circumcising the green onions. That's exactly what we're doing. La cebolla, I forgot already. Cebollín, cebollín. Cebollín. Estamos cortando el cebollín. La cebollín. This is me also learning Spanish. Ay, Dios mío, yo no sé qué estoy haciendo con mi vida. Ay, Dios mío, ¿qué te pasa? Ay, mi dedo. Okay, todo bien. No te preocupes. Okay, all right, lovely. This is fantastic. Gracias. Cooper. Oh, and then we're also going to put in some other kinds of cheeses as well. We're going to put in some mozzarella. We're going to put in some Monterey Jack, whatever the hell you got, put it in there. Because you know what? That's just lovely. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We got some Monterey Jack cheese. Now, again, usually do as I say, not as I do. If you can, get the Monterey Jack cheese that's in a block and grate it. Because cheese in the bag, they put like these anti-binders so it doesn't like stick together. But anyway, we're gonna put some of that in there. And now I told my, oh, shit, ay mierda, coño, lo siento, gracias. I dropped the cheese. Oh, so, okay, someone here speaks, oh, someone here is Venezuelan, oh my God! Someone here is from Venezuela. I am so excited. Okay, hola, mi amigo. Hola, chamo, no sé. Él está diciendo el cebollín.
El cebollín.
Ajá. Yo tengo un problema. No, yo tengo. Gracias. Okay, so I asked my husband to get mozzarella cheese. He never... Chama! Ah, sí, chama. That's how people know she's from Venezuela, because we go chama, chama, chamo. Estoy chamo, no, soy chamo, chama. Yo sé, estoy hablando. So I said to my husband, I said, hey, I need mozzarella cheese. He said, how much? I goes, I don't know. So he got a 5-pound bag of mozzarella cheese. I'm not hating it though. I like mozzarella cheese. So we're gonna put some mozzarella cheese, we're gonna put some mozz in with the queso, okay? Now, you could put an egg in this as well. However, we're probably not gonna use all of this, which means we're gonna have leftover, and I put this on like toast. We can put on sandwiches. So we're gonna do that. We don't wanna put a raw egg in it if we're gonna use it over. So this is what we're doing. So see, we have ricotta cheese, cottage cheese, we have garlic salt, garlic powder, we have cebollín, which is green onion, or scallion. Oh, that's cebollín, scallion. Okay, I see it now. I'm making the connection. Hey, James. Hola, ¿cómo estás? So we're just gonna mixy, just like that, okay? Now that this is all mixed up, delicious. Oh, there's Parmesan cheese in here as well. ¿Tú puedes ver? Ajá, yo sé. Muy bien. Thank you for helping people with anxiety. We appreciate you. It's debilitating for so many. It is debilitating for so many, but it doesn't have to be. Here's the thing. I find that so many people just don't realize that anxiety is like a relationship. And when it becomes controlling, it becomes like a toxic relationship. Just like a toxic relationship, you learn how to manage it or handle it, or you leave the relationship. So you got to change your relationship with anxiety. Okay, so we're going to take these containers, we're gonna recycle them. Now, we have a pan. I prefer to use a glass baking pan. And this is what we're going to roll and put the eggplant rotini in. But please hold while your call is being connected. I am going to look for another pan that's a little bit bigger. And you know what? I don't know where it is. So we're just gonna use what we have. If we need to get another pan, use the second one, we will. I have two here. Chama, puedo tener el berenjena? La berenjena? Gracias. It's hard for me to say that word. Berenjena? What she said. Berenjena, what she said. So here's what we're gonna do now. I really want to see if I can lower this. Let's see, just so you, oh, look at that. Oh, this is perfect. You can see what I'm gonna do. Okay. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, ready for this. Here's what we're gonna do. We are going to, you know what? We're gonna make like a little station here, okay? And what we're gonna do, as we do this station, we're going to take the dirty plate, but that's okay. Everything on it is like, it's gonna be cooked again, all right? If this is stressing people out, I apologize. If this is stressing you out, that's dirty, it's okay. Our Venezuelan friend is teaching me Spanish. Berenjena, no tilde over the N, right? Not berenjena. Berenjena, right? Yes, okay. No berenjena. Okay, gracias. All right, so what we're gonna do. Chama, yo necesito una cuchara. Cuchara? Sí, cuchara. Cuchara. But if you're in Puerto Rico, do not call this a cuchara. If you're in Puerto Rico, cuchara means something else. It means pussy. My doctor told me that because he's Puerto Rican. Okay, anyway, here we go. We're going to put el queso in la berenjena, okay? And we're gonna roll it, just like that. This is why we call it eggplant rollatini, because we roll it, and then we're going to, bloop, we're gonna put it in the pan, just like that. And we're gonna do a ton of these, okay? Now keep in mind, I'm feeding 4 people, but I could probably eat all of these by myself. So we're just gonna put a couple of tablespoons in there, and we're gonna keep stacking it in the pan, just like that. We also have some tomato sauce. Now, if your berenjena is missing a leg like this, it's okay. It doesn't matter. You know why? Because we're homemade, we don't have to be perfect. So we're just gonna keep doing that. There we go. Look at that. This is lovely, okay? I love how this is working right now. It's like you're cooking with me. Isn't this great? Okay, so here's what we're gonna keep doing. Ta-da, we do this, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna keep doing this. Lovely, right? Do people like, wait, what? Oh, thank you for that. Do people like this? Do you like cooking with me? Do you enjoy this? Because if so, I'll do more of these. Do you enjoy it? Let me know in the comments. Do you enjoy cooking with the anxiety relief guy? It's weird for me to refer to myself in third person, but let me know if you like when I do cooking videos. The oven is ready, yay! All right, the oven is preheated to 375, we did. This is just so good. I am so excited that we're doing this. I am also exhausted. Ooh, I am exhausted. Jess McAnally, I want to invite her to join live, but I don't know what she's doing right now. She could be watching me while she's on the potty, and I don't want to invite Jessie on live if she's doing something that might be incriminating. And someone says, yeah, something different, just like to know when you do like this time of day. Perfect, okay, great. So tomorrow though, I'm not going to be cooking. Because Thursday nights are the nights I go out with one of my best friends. Her name is Deb. She is also my attorney. And we go out to my favorite restaurant called Romaine's. And we have good food. My family makes fun of me. They say there's only 6 things on the menu, which there are, but that's okay. We have good food. We have good drinks. We'll have some martinis. And it's just, it's a lovely time. It's a wonderful, lovely time. And we just like hang out. We sit at the bar. We're like the mayors there. Like everybody knows us. We know everybody. We're famous when we go in. They treat us really, really well. ¿Tienes más berenjena?
Sí.
Perfecto. Porque yo necesito dos más. Oh, hay más. Ah, bien. Muy bien. Okay, hay más. Okay. So here's what we're doing. Oh, I'm sorry. I did them on the wrong plate. Sorry about that. Where's Jesse? Okay, there's Jesse. All right. So I love cooking. What I'm going to do, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to rip this from TikToky. I'm going to put it on the Facebooky and maybe Instagram me. Thank you. Look at how perfectly rounded these are. They're so cute. All right. So I am getting so tired. Thank you so much. Gracias. Okay. I am getting a little tired, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Chama, ¿quieres cocinar pasta también o no? Actually, yeah, sí, porque necesitamos un poquito más. Necesitamos pasta. So here's the funny thing. My mother-in-law, she laughs when I say, vamos a cocinar penne. Let me put this up. My mother-in-law, she laughs when we say, vamos a cocinar penne. Because penne in Espanol is penis. Penne is penis. Now, sometimes I make penne con salmon. And salmon in Spanish is semen or jizz. So what am I saying to her? She's like, ¿Qué están cocinando? ¿Qué estás cocinando? When she asks me, ¿Qué estás cocinando? I say, yo estoy cocinando penne y salmon. And it's salmón in Spanish, right? Salmón en español. Tú puedes, las personas, la gente necesita verte. So she reminds me, it's penne pasta con salmón, right? Yes, penne pasta con salmón. See, mis fans son tus fans. They love you. James says make a schedule like now on Wednesdays cooking with Dan so we know. I like that thought, James. That's a great thought. I love that. Thank you so much. Here's what we're going to do, because we had so much fun. We ran out of room in the pan, but that's okay. We are going to, I just got to rinse my hands. Hold on one sec. What we're going to do, we are going to now put some red to, I just got to rinse my hands. Hold on one sec. What we're going to do, we are going to now put some red sauce. My friend is calling me again, and I got to call her back, but she's probably going to, oh, okay, this is going to be a hard one. Do we want chunky or do we want traditional? What do we want? Because we're going to put it on the eggplant rotini. Do we want chunky garden or do we want traditional? What do we want? Let me know in the comments. Let me know, because we have two different kinds. Let me know, do we want chunky garden or do we want traditional? This is, by the way, brought to you by Price Chopper. Do you want chunky garden or traditional? What do we want to go with? What do we want? Come on. Hurry up, people. Hurry up. I'm tired. We gotta, come on, let's go. Do we want chunky? You know what? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We're just gonna do chunky, okay? Because chunky is always great. Why not? Why the hell not? All right, so we're gonna do some chunky. And there we go. We're gonna do some chunky, just like that, over the eggplant rotini. Lovely, love it. Look at that, there's chunks of carrot and onion and zucchini and celery and bell pepper. Look at that, that looks delicious, doesn't it? Now what we're gonna do, because everything is already cooked, so we're basically just gonna put it in the oven and we're gonna make everything nice and melty and delishy. Oh, James, you said traditional, but you said it too late. Sorry, bud. All right, so we're gonna put a crap ton of cheese on there, mozzarella, and this is mozz. And if you want, we still have some more Monterey Jack. We can put some more Monterey on there as well. This is gonna be very cheesy. Quesito. And we can also put some some Parmesan cheese, a little bit of that on there as well. Just so, you know what, why not? Okay, just like that, ta-da. Okay, and we're gonna put this in the oven, all right? Are you ready for this? We're gonna put this in the oven. I'm gonna turn so you can see the oven. This is not the oven, okay? No es el horno, okay? This is the Betty, all right, but we're gonna put it in the oven. Ay, mierda, caliente. Okay, we're gonna put this in the oven just like this. Ay, coño, okay. Okay, just like that. Okay, it's in the oven now. Now, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try some of this because why not? Because it's extra. Oh my God, this is delicious. I could just do this. Like this could be my dinner. Screw the rollatini. No, don't screw the rollatini. That won't feel good. Well, maybe it will feel good. I don't know. But this is just really good. We're gonna cook some pasta. Okay, James, good question. Cooking temp, 375 Fahrenheit. That's, I don't know Celsius, okay? It's gonna go in there for about 15 or 20 minutes because we just wanna heat things up, get melty, melty. Well, that's going. Here's what we're gonna do. Ay, Dios mío, ¿dónde está la olla? Aquí. We're gonna take this pan. We're going to fill it with water. Well, that stuff is cooking in there. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna boil the water and we're gonna make some pasta. Now, this is where you can get creative. You can make pasta, you can make rice, you can make protein pasta, you can make lentil pasta, whatever kind of pasta you want to make. If it's penne pasta, just remember that penne in Spanish means penis. So if you decide to make penis pasta, funny story about this actually. Here's another story. Ready for this? Here's another story. Knowing all this, one of my friends sent me a box of actual penis pasta. And it was hysterical because my mother-in-law ate it. And I actually said to her, I'm like, oh, yo estoy cocinando penne pasta. And she didn't believe me, but it was actually penis pasta. James, I love your line of thinking. Garlic bread. Here's the thing. I usually make, excuse me, sorry for the coughing. I usually make sourdough bread, and I also usually make sourdough focaccia with garlic and onion, like roasted garlic, roasted onion. Here's my starter. I just haven't had time to make the sourdough bread. I do have potato bread. So we're probably gonna have some potato bread if we do garlic bread, but I like where your mind is. Garlic bread, mwah, yes. I usually, like I said, I usually make sourdough garlic bread or sourdough focaccia and make that into garlic bread. It's also great to make that into croutons too. Chama, ¿quieres tratar la berenjena? Sí? Oh, pruébala, sí. That means, do you want to try my eggplant? That means, do you want to try the eggplant, not my eggplant? This is getting really awkward, isn't it? Okay, anyway, well, so I could, James, yes, drink some water, and I will drink some water. I would love, however, more so to drink a glass of wine, because I think wine would go delicioso con la berenjena. El vino y berenjena, ¿por qué no? Y queso, quesito, ¿por qué no? Y penne pasta. I don't think we have penne pasta. Hold on, let me look. I think we have elbow pasta, but you can use whatever the hell you want. I'm gonna see, sorry, I'm coming over to our, holy shiitake mushrooms. I'm coming to our pantry and I'm seeing what kind of pasta we have. We have, we have elbows and we have ramen. I'm gonna go with, ¿qué? ¿Qué necesitas?
¿Tú qué necesitas?
Oh, otra pasta, sí, penne. I mean, no penne, elbows. So we have elbow, no, solamente uno. Es el mismo, ¿sí? No? ¿Sí? Okay, el mismo. So we have, trying to understand fluent English. I'm trying to understand fluent Spanish. It's not easy sometimes. So This is elbow pasta. So we're gonna make that. By the time that's finished pastaing and the water is finished boiling, the eggplant rotini will be done. For those of you who are new here, this is Cooking with the Anxiety Relief Guy. Apparently it's gonna be a Wednesday thing that I do. Maybe I'll do it other days as well, depends, but I enjoy Wednesdays because Wednesday's like right in the middle of the week. Yo pienso que yo necesito vino. No sé. Tenemos mucho vino. No sé. Vino rojo or vino blanca. So, red wine or white wine? I got nothing to do. Why not? Actually, that's a lie. I have a lot of work to do. So, one of the things that we're doing is my business. No, I don't want to end in 5 minutes. Okay, there we go. One of the things that we're doing. My business is doing a training side of our business. So, okay, see, I see a red cat. So we go to upstate New York, and also, sorry, I know I'm like moving all over the place here, but let me finish the first thought. So my business is opening up a training section of my business. So I'm training other people to be hypnotists, to work with anxiety and mental blocks and stuff like that. And I'm also teaching them the business side of it. And we're doing a round where I'm just doing 5 people, so that way I can focus really, really intently on 5 people. In order to be a part of that training right now, you have to be on my email list. I have the links in my bio. If you want to join my email list, just sign up for one of the free things I have over there and you can get on my list. Currently, I have about 20,000 people on my list, which is awesome. Also, while you're at it, go over and follow me on YouTube as well. So I have a lot of work to do because we're preparing for the upcoming training, doing enrollment calls for that, everything like that. So I do have a lot to do, but I'm pretty tired. Second story that I was saying, okay. So I'm also a mind reader, and I go to upstate New York and we go to like wine and whiskey tastings and stuff like that. Even though we never drink when we get home, we have all these bottles of wine. We probably have like 50 or 60 bottles of wine and nobody drinks them. But I'm a mind reader and I go and do a lot of mind reading for wineries, breweries, and vineyards. So that's pretty cool. James says, don't forget to add salt in the water. Do you want me to poop my pants? Because that is a fast way to laxative yourself. I would gargle salt water, but I'm not drinking salt water, my friend. Okay, anyway, let's see, we're gonna get a wine glass here, but you know what, we're just gonna get a little one. This is actually, this is from when I did a wine thing in Vermont. Dover, Vermont. Casi listo. Okay. ¿Quieres vino también? I don't know. Honestly, why not? I'm not promoting drinking on social media or TikTok. I'm just, this is what I want to do right now. I said wine, not. My husband just said, did you just say wine not? See, embedded hypnosis suggestion. See, maybe I am promoting. I don't know. That's delicious. It doesn't at all taste like Robitussin cough syrup. No. Okay, Natalie. Natalie, I'm glad you're anxious because it's giving me more content. Here we go. My anxiety got worse when on a busy train at rush hour. I worry about feeling trapped on the plane. Yes, okay. So I think you're the one I was giving advice to before, where most anxiety is anticipatory anxiety. And a lot of times it's a feeling of losing control. And if we're trapped, that means we're losing control. So what you want to do is think about this. Instead of thinking about feeling trapped on a plane, how do you want to feel instead? How would you like to feel instead? Instead of feeling trapped, how would you like to feel instead? Or instead of feeling anxious, how would you like to feel instead? When you're feeling that way, how do you know? How do you know when you're feeling that way? When you're feeling anything but trapped, anything but anxious, how do you know when you're feeling that way that you want to feel? How do you know? Maybe it's a feeling in your body, maybe it's a peace of mind. And if you could give that feeling a color, what color would you give it? That good feeling of how you want to feel instead. Maybe you want to feel relaxed, calm, peaceful. Maybe you want to feel empowered and in control. Maybe you want to just sit back and enjoy. As you're feeling that in your body, or when you feel that, what's that like? If you could give it a color, what color would you give it? Where would it start in your body? Where would it start in your mind? And as you think about that color expanding, moving throughout your entire body, moving throughout your mind, and think about what it would be like for you to get on a plane or train, feeling that feeling with that beautiful color surrounding you. And when you get on the train or the plane and you want to feel that way, just rub your fingers together and think of that feeling and think of that color and think of what that feeling means and represents to you. That, my friend, is a really powerful self-hypnosis exercise that we call changing submodalities, and it is one of the best, easiest ways to resolve a feeling of anticipatory anxiety. I'm glad we got there because, and Natalie, you said yours would be a blue color. Lovely. And by the way you spelled color, I know you're probably from London or from the UK. UK. I fucked up. See, this is what happens when I have one sip of wine. I'm gonna dump this in the pot in La Olla, okay? And which is, you know what, it's over here actually. But we're going to use a hot hand because it's hot. Usually I salt the water, totally forgot, but you know what, that's okay. Nobody's looking. You know what, just 12 people are, that's fine, that's not a lot. Yeah, so, you know, I love this, it's a small group. It's almost like having a dinner party with 12 of you. This is great, I love it. And 2 of you are my family. I have my sister-in-law and my husband, so there's really only 10 of you because 2 of you are actually here. But I love this, it's like having a dinner party with 10 people. And you know what, the rotini, I think we made 12, 14. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry if my necklace was scraping across the microphone. But the good thing is, we're doing it. The pasta is going to be done in probably about 8 minutes. By the time the pasta is done, the eggplant rotini will be done. And then we can mix up the sauce and the pasta. We can actually, we can use the traditional sauce. Now, when I make pasta, I make unhealthy pasta. A couple of ways that I make sauce for pasta. Number one, I will roast onions, or I will caramelize onions, and I'll mix it with chicken broth, and I'll blend it in the blender. And it makes this beautiful sauce, and I'll put some butter in it and some Parmesan cheese. It makes a lovely sauce. I'll also do the same thing with roasted garlic, where I'll mix roasted garlic, butter, and a little bit of chicken broth, and I'll blend it in the blender. And again, oh my gosh, it makes such a good sauce. Oh, shiitake mushrooms, okay. This is not good, it's boiling over, okay. You know what, we're gonna stop this because, oh, so watch this, my friends, watch. This is a secret, I don't know if people know this, but the pot was just boiling over. So to prevent your pot from boiling over, you take a wooden spoon and you put it on top, and then the water will no longer boil over. So the wood, there's some reaction that happens with the wood which stops the water from boiling over. So there you go. So back to the sauce. So you also mix a little bit of pasta water with, if you mix the roasted garlic or roasted or caramelized onions, you mix it in a blender. You mix it with some chicken broth, and you mix it with a little bit of the pasta water. It acts as kind of like a binder. It thickens the sauce a little bit. Put some butter in there, Parmesan cheese, and it just is, oh, it's so good. However, I did not caramelize onions tonight, and I also did not roast garlic, but maybe that'll be like part 2. Yeah. Natalie says it's really early in the morning in the UK. I know, I have a lot of friends that live in the UK, and sometimes I call them at this time and they hate my guts when I call them at this time. Also, thank you for enjoying it. James says that I should publish a cookbook. Funny you say that, because when I was in high school, I taught a cooking class for summer school, for students in summer school. And as part of that, I came up with a cookbook, and I didn't publish it, but yeah, that's something, that's an interesting insight to make a cookbook. Before I became a hypnotist, everyone thought I was going to go to culinary school and become a chef. I like cooking, and I worked at, this is why I didn't. I used to work at a bakery. And I realized I did not like the chef baker lifestyle. So I used to work at a bakery when I was like 14, 15 years old, and I realized it like wasn't for me. The cooking lifestyle wasn't for me. So I still bake. I still love to bake. I still love to cook. I have dinner parties and latte parties and quiche parties and everything like that. So my friends love the fact that I love to cook. And before I became a hypnotist, I was also going to become a pilot. So I actually took flying lessons at an airport that was close to me in Sterling, Massachusetts. I took some flying lessons, but I forgot what happened with that. I think my dad didn't want me flying with the people who were teaching the flying lessons because there was, I don't know, there was some conflict there or something like that. So I don't know what happened with that, but yeah, so I learned how to fly planes when I was younger. And I was also, at one point, I was a college professor teaching adult education courses, and I taught self-hypnosis and psychology courses to a continuing ed college. And they contacted me and they said, "Can you teach dentistry?" I know nothing about dentistry, but you know what? I was taught to say yes first. So I agreed to teach a class about dentistry, and I did. And it actually went really well. The class I taught about dentistry, it wasn't about like how to be a dentist or a dental hygienist or anything like that. It was actually how to use hypnosis as a form of pain control and how to work with anxious clients who are anxious in the chair. And there's a principle called hypnodontics, and it's combining hypnosis with dentistry, combining hypnosis with dentistry. And again, you help people with pain control, anxiety in the chair, and you teach like dental hygienists how to work with anxious people, what words to say, what words not to say that encourage feelings of calm and empowering when they're in the chair, how to also hypnotize them when you're doing things like drilling into their teeth, filling cavities, taking out wisdom teeth, stuff like that. Also for people who are allergic to anesthesia, we teach hypnosis as a form of anesthesia where people can go under and get surgery without any type of anesthetic. So we teach that to dentists as well. So that's what I was teaching at this college course. And it's interesting because hypnosis has been a part of my life since I was 12 years old. And I'm 38 now. I've been doing hypnosis for more than half my life, and it's changed a lot. Hypnosis as a healing modality has really changed and morphed because as we have more research and modern practices, it's important to update the research and update our practices. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of hypnotists out there using archaic methods that still work, but things can work better. And that's why there's still a lot of hypnotists out there using archaic methods that still work, but things can work better. And that's why when I teach more modern methods of hypnosis and also how to run a business, because you've also got to learn about business in order to run an effective business where you can make a living from it. So I appreciate those of you who followed me. Thank you so much. If you haven't followed me yet, I appreciate those of you who are following me. I appreciate those of you who have stuck around for so long. I think the pasta is actually ready, so we're gonna experiment. So there we go. Ooh. It looks ready. We're gonna try it. Yeah, it's just overdone. Whoops, a daisy. You know what? That's okay. No one's gonna know. Well, now you know, but you don't care. So we're gonna drain the pasta, and then we're going to take out the rotini. Okay. All right, we're gonna drain the pasta now. And then we're gonna do the rollatini. We're gonna take that out. So here's the pasta, here's the sink. We have a strainer in the sink that Betty put in the sink already, which is lovely. I love that. There's still some pasta in the pan, so we're gonna take the wooden spatula and we're just gonna make sure that's there. Betty, ¿puedes poner mantequilla en la pasta? So I just asked Betty if she can put some butter in the pasta. You know why? Because butter just makes everything better. Gracias. Mantequilla y queso parmesan. Aquí. Okay. Oh, and we should probably get to the grand finale, shouldn't we? We should probably get to the grand finale of taking out the eggplant rotini. I guess that's what you're all here for, isn't it? We've gone through a journey together. If you've been here the entire time, you've been here since I was peeling the zucchini, not zucchini, eggplant. I'm sorry. Keep it. Berenjena, la berenjena. Okay. But Betty is in front of the oven right now, so I'm gonna wait for her to finish before, I take out the eggplant rotini. So she's just, there we go. There we go. See, she's making the pasta. She's doing the pasta. Cheers. Salud. Right? Salud. Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Okay. So, chama yo voy a sacar la berenjena. All right. Here's what we're going to do. So we're going to take out the eggplant rotini. Sorry, guys. Sorry, everyone. There we go. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Natalie. I appreciate it. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Ta-da! Ooh, that looks absolutely delicious. It's a little bubbly. It's a little melty. That's exactly where we want it. So we're going to remove this. We're going to take it out. Oh, shiitake mushrooms. Look at that. Isn't that magical? Look at that. And it came together lickety-split, just like that. So easy, right? So easy. So lovely, so easy. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna eat. We're gonna eat. I'm not going to have you on to watch me eat though, all right? Because that's creepy. I don't like when people watch me eat. That's what causes me anxiety, when people watch me eat. And it's gonna be so delicious. It is gonna be so amazing. I can't wait to dive into this. If you have a berenjena or eggplant where you are in the world, make this. It's so good and it's so easy and it just whips up really quickly. I'm gonna post this video on my YouTube, my Facebook, and probably my Instagram as well, so the whole video will be on there sometime. So thank you everyone for joining me, for sticking around. Enjoy the rest of your night, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your week. As always, be well, do good, be true to who you are, happy healing, and bye for now, my friends. Love.